Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. We're coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ramsey Enoch. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365 and Star Times 276. You can download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcasts. The Federal High Court in Abuja has barred all parties involved in the suit filed by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Addo against the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio. It reorders from granting press interview or making public comments on the case. Justice Binta Nyako issued the order following a complaint raised by Akpabio's lawyer, Kehinde Ogunwumiji's son, who accused the plaintiff of embarking on a media campaign by granting interview to various television stations on the subject matter of the suit, which is still pending before the court. Ruling on the matter, Justice Nyako held that no party of their counsel should comment on the case publicly, particularly through press interviews or media streaming. Zamfara State Governor Daudu Lawal has assured that the state's revenue will significantly increase following improvement in security, which have paved the way for enhanced mining activities. The governor recently embarked on an extensive tour of mining sites and factories in Anka and Maru local government area to access the state's vast mineral resources and explore revenue-generating opportunities. Uyi Agbamafogwe has the report.
Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal is here in Anka local government to inspect mining factory owned by a private sector entity. During his visit, the governor was taken on a guided tour of the facility, starting from the discharge bay where raw materials are received to the crusher section, conveyor belt, and shaking table.
The one standard we can go through here, go to the material. Yeah. So here.
Expressing satisfaction with the factory's operational standards, he noted that such investments align with the state government's vision for economic growth and industrialization. The governor commended security agencies and stakeholders for their efforts at restoring peace, stating that the improved security situation is key to unlocking the state's economic potential.
And also, the most important thing is to show to the world that security is coming back to Zamfara State. And I want to commend all the security personnel for their effort. This is exactly what we're looking for, because it will pave way for a very, very significant development for the state.
And also the state governor who is here with me, and all the security architectures. Without that, we can't be here. They have contributed a lot, and we are so happy. I'm very glad to be here today because of this. This is a long-time dream from 2015 till now. You know, the patience we have is not easy. And you know, we have passed so many things. But I thank God today that it's coming to reality.
In Maru local government, Governor Lawal met with artisanal miners, pledging the state government's full support for their operations within legal frameworks. He promised to provide essential tools to the miners to curb environmental degradation and ensure sustainable mining practices.
Setting things in place, and I'm going to send the Honorable Commissioner Environment to come and sit down with you so that you all register. When you register, we know where you belong to so that we can provide the right tools for you. This is the way forward, and this is the only way we'll have advantage of what we have in Zamfara State.
The recent lifting of the mining ban by the federal government presents significant economic opportunities for Zamfara State. With improved security, regulated mining operations, and increased private sector involvement, the state stands to benefit from enhanced job creation, infrastructural development, and increased internally generated revenue. Uyi Agmofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
The Imo State Police Command has reiterated its commitment to enhancing security collaborations with key stakeholders. This was the central focus of a high-profile security meeting held in Owerri, the state capital, as part of activities marking the 2025 National Police Week. Our correspondent, Amarachi Ibe, reports.
The event themed Strengthening Collaborative Security Efforts for a Safer Imo State brought together traditional rulers, religious leaders, security chiefs, community leaders, civil society organizations, and human rights groups. Governor Hope Uzodinma, represented by retired General Joseph Obonna, praised the police and other security agencies for their efforts in restoring peace in the state. He reaffirmed the government's unwavering support for security operations to ensure a safer Imo State.
The Imo State government remains fully committed to the strengthening security across the state, in line with the vision of the President and Commander-in-Chief Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Imo State Commissioner of Police, CP Aboki Danjuma, expressed gratitude for the governor's continued support of police force. He outlined key achievements in crime prevention and security enhancements across the state.
In recent months, the Imo State Police Command, in collaboration with other security agencies, has restored peace to troubled areas, ended the illegal sit-at-home trade by members of IPO and ESN element. Through intelligence-led operation, over 2,000 criminals, suspects have been arrested.
Discussions at the meeting centered on intelligence sharing, community policing, and public involvement in crime prevention. Senior Police Officer CSP Shaba Adamu emphasized the necessity of stronger collaboration between security agencies and local communities.
Community members may be scared to report some activities due to fear of attack from criminals.
Information gathering is very paramount in crime fighting, and that is why we are talking to the grassroots to give you useful information that will help you to perfect your job.
Beyond security discussions, the Imo State Police Command also organized a free medical outreach, providing essential healthcare services to residents as part of the National Police Week activities. In Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
The newly appointed Commissioner of Police for Zamfara State Command, Ibrahim Mekaba, has assumed office as the 35th CP of the state, calling for stakeholders and public support in the fight against insecurity. Speaking to newsmen shortly after his arrival at the Police Command headquarters in Gusau, CP Mekaba emphasized the need for collaboration between security agencies, residents and relevant stakeholders to restore peace in Zamfara. Our correspondent has the details. The Commissioner of Police, Zamfara State, Ibrahim Mekaba, took over from CP Mohamadu Shehu Dalijan, who was promoted to Assistant Inspector General of Police, that is AIG, and redeployed to the Counter-Terrorism Unit, CTU, at Force Headquarters in Abuja. The new CP assured that his administration will build on existing security strategies while implementing new measures to curb crime and insurgency in the state.
Study the situation with the officers I meet on the ground, with my principal officers, and see how we can improve on what is on the ground. Most importantly, I cannot work without the support of the members of the command and other stakeholders in the community, and other security agencies. So I will be working with them hand in hand to ensure that we improve on the situation we meet on the ground here.
He therefore urged residents to remain vigilant and cooperative with law enforcement officers to ensure a safer Zamfara state. Ramsey Enoch reporting for Global TV News. The commander of one brigade, Nigerian Army Gusau Brigadier General Timothy Oporun, says the troops of one brigade under Operation Fantiyama have significantly reduced terrorist activities in the area of responsibility, covering Kebbi and Zamfara State. General Oporun made this declaration while having luncheon with officers, soldiers and their families at the brigade cantonment in Gusau. Samuel Odi has the story.
The Commander 1 of Brigade, Nigerian Army, Gusau Brigadier General Timothy Oporun says the security situation was previously challenging, but through sustained military operations and dedication of troops, the Army has gained dominance over the region and curtailed terrorist activity to a large extent. He urged the soldiers to maintain their momentum, redoubling efforts to ensure all states in the northwest are secured for peace and economic development.
Brigade have been doing very well in all our operations, especially the ongoing Operation Forest Sanity 3. You will recall that some few months back, it wasn't that easy. But with the efforts of our troops and the efforts of our officers, we've been able to dominate our AOR and subdue the terrorists to a very large extent.
The commander commended the troops for their sacrifice and unwavering commitment, noting that in recognition of their efforts, the Chief of Army Staff has approved additional logistics to enhance their operations further. Samuel Odi reporting for Global Television News.
Some former domestic worker of ex-First Lady Patience Jonathan, who are being held in the Okaka Custodial Center by Bayelsa State, have described their maltreatment and delayed trial, saying they are undergoing hardship and torture. Two of the workers, who spoke exclusively to reporters, begged for help, saying they are languishing in prison. It was gathered that the workers had been in the custodial center since 2019, as their trial faced constant delays due to repeat adjournments. One of the transmission towers in Enugu at the risk of collapse due to illegal mining operations in its base. The transmission company of Nigeria, TCN, sounded a warning over the growing threat posed by vandals and illegal miners to the stability of the national electricity grid. TCN's General Manager of Transmission for the Enugu region, Dr. Thomas Inoganun, the continued vandalism and illegal excavation of sound and laterite around transmission towers could lead to catastrophic grid collapse. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has reopened the Independent Bridge in Lagos, which had been closed for maintenance, speaking widespread public outcry and traffic chaos across the city. Speaking to journalists during a visit to the site, Umahi assured residents that the permanent repair work on the bridge will commence within the next 3 weeks. He acknowledged the importance of the bridge, which links Victoria Island to other key parts of Lagos, and apologized for the inconvenience caused by the temporary closure. The management of Oyo State College of Nursing Science in Leyele has confirmed that 75 of its students have benefited from the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, that is NEL Fund. The provost of the college, Dr. Banjobola Owolabi, stated this during a meeting with the institution's management staff. Dr. Owolabi expressed the college's appreciation to NEL Fund for the support and congratulated the beneficiaries on their successful application for the loan. The Lagos Zonal Director 1 of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission arraigned an ex-convict for Folake Adeoti before Justice Yelin Bogoro of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos State. She is facing trial on one-count charge of naira mutilation. According to the commission, Adeoti was arrested on March 21, 2025 around Jobi Fele Way, Ikeja, Lagos, while hawking naira notes to the tune of 2.8 million naira. You are watching the live broadcast of Midday News. When Midday News return, CCTV installed on 3rd Mainland Bridge to prevent suicide, curb illegal sand mining. Details coming shortly, plus foreign and sports story on the other side of this story. Stay with us. Now, from the world of business, Vice President Kashim Shettima explained why Nigeria has one of the lowest tax to GDP ratio in the world. He stated this in Abuja at an event organized by the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria and the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. Shettima, who is in the Senegal for the country's Independence Day celebrations, was represented by the Special Advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Economic Affairs, Dr. Tokbe Faswa. He stated that Nigeria has one of the lowest tax to GDP ratios globally because over the decades, it develops into a nation where many people perfected the art of hiding their wealth from the government. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has revealed that closed-circuit television cameras have been installed on the 3rd Mainland Bridge in Lagos as part of broader efforts to improve safety and security. Umahi explained that the surveillance system was introduced not only to monitor security incidents, but also to help prevent suicide attempts on the bridge. The minister also addressed recent concern about the temporary closure and subsequent reopening of the Independence Bridge in Lagos. South Africa has called for the reform and reinforcement of the World Trade Organization after U.S. President Donald Trump imposed sweeping tariffs, saying all nations need to abide by the rules of global trade. Trade Minister Pax Tao told journalists that the tariff, including 31% on U.S. imports from South Africa, will significantly disrupt trade across the board. They also effectively nullify the African Growth and Opportunity Act deal that provides beneficial duty-free access for products from about 30 sub-Saharan African countries. And now on the foreign scene, Sri Lanka's leader rolled out the red carpet for Prime Minister Narendra Modi as Colombo places ties with neighboring giants India and its biggest leader, China. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake welcomed Modi, the first foreign dignitary to visit Colombo since the leftist leader swept election last year with 19-gun salute. Dissanayake and Modi are expected to sign agreements on energy, defense and health, but the visit's high will be launched on the Indian-backed 120-megawatt solar power project. Russia and a group of West African countries led by a military junta have hailed growing military ties at a summit in Moscow, with some condemning Ukraine as a terrorist state. Facing isolation in the West following its full-scale offensive against Ukraine, Moscow has tried to build new partnership in Africa, where it has been growing in influence in recent years, including military. A foreign minister from Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso met Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in Moscow for the summit, which Lavrov said will strengthen the whole suite of their relations. The three Sahelian countries are led by junta who seized power in coup and have turned away from former colonial power France, while moving closer to Russia, which is believed to be sending mercenaries to help them fight a transactional jihadist insurgency. And now from the water sport, Kevin De Bruyne has announced that he will leave Manchester City at the end of the current season, bringing an end to a decade-long spell at the club that has seen him win every major trophy available. In an open letter to fans via his social media, the Belgium midfielder confirmed that this would be his final month at the Etihad Stadium, reflecting on his time in Manchester. De Bruyne credited the city and its people for transforming his life. The 33-year-old midfielder, who joined City from Wolfsburg in 2015, expressed deep appreciation for the city that became home to him and his family. The Nigerian Customs Service, in collaboration with the Nigerian Volleyball Federation, has officially declared open the 2025 African Women's Volleyball Club Championship in Abuja. The opening ceremony, which attracted key stakeholders in Africa's sports, marked the beginning of what is expected to be a thrilling and competitive tournament. Kikelomo Okere has the report.
Hundreds of fans packed into Moshood Abiola Sports Indoor Hall to witness the official opening of the 39th edition of the continent's most prestigious event for clubs under the patronage of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, in the presence of the President of CAFB and the Comptroller General of Nigerian Customs Service, among top dignitaries. The First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, charged participants at the ongoing 2025 African Women Volleyball Inter-Club Championship to showcase the true essence of sportsmanship. She described Nigeria as a nation where women are making remarkable strides across all sectors under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The First Lady further encouraged all participants to approach both victory and defeat with grace and dignity, adding that at the end of the day, they are all winners for participating in the tournament.
I encourage you to see yourselves as ambassadors of sports and of the limitless potential that lies within every African woman. The discipline, teamwork, leadership and resilience you cultivate as athletes are invaluable life skills that will serve you well beyond the volleyball court.
The chairman, National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, commends the First Lady for accepting to be the grand patron of the tournament. He acknowledged the Nigerian Customs Service with the support of the NCS for playing the pivotal role in ensuring seamless logistics of the championship.
This championship is a testament to the strength and the spirit of African sportswomen who continue to break barriers and inspire the future of future generations.
Also speaking, the President, Confederation of African Volleyball, says the championship provides a platform for the continent's best club to compete.
Excellency, your leadership and your passion for the development of the girl child continue to be a beacon of inspiration for us.
Earlier in his remark, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, described the tournament as a remarkable one that has featured many female athletes, while highlighting the importance of sports in the national development, regional cooperation, and empowerment of women through athletics.
Not just here to witness this, but to celebrate the combination of countless hours of sacrifice, determination, and unwavering commitment. Each athlete that we are going to see here represents a journey of perseverance that extends far beyond this course.
The high point of the event was the flag-off of the tournament with an exciting opening match, drawing enthusiastic reactions from fans and participants alike. The 2025 African Women Volleyball Club Championship is expected to serve as a platform for showcasing talent, promoting unity, and strengthening sports diplomacy across Africa. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
And that's it on Global TV Midday News. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. You can download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thank you for watching.